Since their inception in 2009 with the iPhone 3GS, the S variants of the iPhone have always packed something special in the same form factor as their immediate predecessors, may it be video recording, Siri, or fingerprint scanning. This year's 6S and 6S Plus also pack some revolutionary features such as the 3D touch. Hi, this is Sid from 91 Mobiles and we'll take a look at one of the most awaited smartphones this year. Yup, it's the boss, the iPhone 6S Plus. Let's see how Apple's latest offering feels at a first glance. As you may already know, the new iPhones feature some new specifications. Here's a quick look at the specs. A 4.7 or a 5.5 inch screen depending on the variant you choose, 2 GB of RAM, an upgraded A9 processor, 12 megapixel of rear camera, 5 megapixel of front camera. For more information about the upgrades, you can check out my Everything You Need to Know About the iPhone video. Let's keep this video very simple. I've been using the iPhone 6S Plus for a couple of hours now, and based on my brief interactions with the device, the video is broken down into two parts: things I like about the device and things I don't. For a detailed, in-depth analysis of the phone, you might want to wait for our full review. Having said that, let's straight away dive into the video. Let's start with what I like first. I love the 3D touch. One of the USPs of this year's iPhones is the new pressure-sensitive screens and the new shortcuts associated with it. Now, I was one of those who initially felt that this would be a mere gimmick. But once you start using it on the iPhones, you start missing it on other devices. It's so damn convenient. You don't even need to open the app, just press hard and make a choice. Though in reality, it saves you only from a few taps. The convenience is what separates this from any other smartphone out there, at least for now. Next up, I'm floored by the new magical live photos. The new iPhones allow users to take animated pictures which come alive only on the new iPhones, courtesy the 3D touch. The photos are not videos nor GIFs and do get shared as normal image files. Truly, the iPhone can now capture moments, not just images. Along the same lines, I love the front camera. Now, the rear camera has received some substantial upgrades, but I personally feel that the front one steals the show. Firstly, the 5 megapixel camera makes the device more productive than a mere video calling instrument. But I personally love the retina flash. To cope up with the lack of a front-facing flash, the iPhone intelligently brightens up the screen to emit sufficient amount of light to capture clear images even in low light conditions. This is such a simple but effective tool that makes you wonder, why have we not seen more of it in the past? Oh, and I also like the new fingerprint scanner. It's swift, it's snappy, and it's the fastest I've ever seen on any smartphone. Again, it's these minor things that make an overall impact on the whole experience. I love the user experience provided by the device. In our brief testing, there were no lags, stutters or crashes. The device was pretty smooth throughout. I admire the iOS. Now, I'm not a fan of Apple's restricted mobile operating system, but I do bow down to the simplicity that accompanies it. Look at reachability, for instance. It so naturally brings down the screen for one-handed access. It's remarkable. This simplicity transcends to all other aspects of the device, may it be the new search bar in the settings, or the improved spotlight, or even the minimal camera viewfinder which gives great looking pics without the need of fiddling with different settings. Now let's come to the things I don't like. First, the design. Now we can't really complain because we already knew that the new phones will feature the same design as last year's 6 and 6 Plus. But I'm not a great fan of their designing either. They are way too rounded and the aluminium makes the devices, especially 6S Plus, slippery. It's also very cumbersome to lift the phone off flat surfaces. Also, the antenna bands on the device are too prominent and kind of break the whole rich premium feel. But there are some improvements in the designing this year. Firstly, the aluminium used is stronger and hopefully less bendable. Next, the phone comes in rose gold, which is more rosy than gold. Second, the software. Now, I did praise the iOS a while ago, but seriously, it's very limiting, even in its 9th generation. Number 1, it's not customizable. Wallpaper and ringtone is pretty much the only thing I can change. I can create folders but can't choose where to place them. Particularly for the 6S Plus, it doesn't really use the large canvas it has.
For instance, Samsung's Galaxy Note provides so much more than just a big screen. Apple, on the other hand, produces a stretched version of its smaller phone. Lastly, the price. Now, iPhones are premium smartphones, but with the highest end model costing you about 1 lakh rupees, it's too expensive. Moreover, prices in India are substantially higher than those in the international market, which is unusual. Moreover, if you look at a price to spec ratio, neither does it offer a QHD screen nor does it come with some extraordinary feature that makes it so pricey. Yet, the brand name commands it, and interestingly, it does get what it commands.
In the end, the device is not for everyone, and it doesn't have to be. Though it looks similar to the last year's model, it has been completely revamped. As they say, a new wine in an old bottle.
That's all I have to say about the new iPhone 6s Plus. Wait for a full review for an in-depth analysis of the device. Meanwhile, if you're planning to buy the iPhone or any other phone for that matter, be sure to check out 91 Mobiles for best offers. You can get up to 17% cashback till the end of this month. As always, like the video and share it among your circles. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel because there's a lot more content coming up. So stay tuned. See you soon again. Ciao.